Brennan Lee Mulligan here today on How to Drink.
Woo!
So I think everybody on the internet knows who you are, but I mean, there are probably, let's presume that there's a handful of people who don't know in our viewer base who Brennan Lee Mulligan is. What is it that you do, and where do you do it, and what's going on there lately now?
Hell yeah. I work over at College Humor and its streaming platform Dropout, where I run a show called Dimension 20, which is a tabletop role-playing game actual play show. We get funny people, comedians, sitting at a table, playing, they're improvising, they're making up stories on the spot, and they're rolling dice to see what happens next.
We need a win. We need a win. Everybody keep calm and bury on!
And then I take out the remote detonator that I bought for full price.
Am I Ocean's 11 on my own fucking show? What the fuck is happening?
You read the book, Brennan!
Over there at Dropout, we recently did a season of Dimension 20, this actual play show, based on Starstruck, a graphic novel series, sci-fi adventures, hot suns, hot guns in space that was created by Elaine Lee and Michael Kaluta. Elaine Lee, the author, my mom. So we adapted my mom's comic book series into a D&D show and featured a drink from the comics that Greg is now gonna make for us here. The Double Death Commando.
You have to drop an octave when you say it.
The Double Death Commando. Double Death Commando.
Ooh!
Get down there with it.
I still owe you that drink, huh?
Okay.
Barkeep, we'll get 2 Double Death Commandos on the ready.
Is there a single death commando?
Perhaps an earlier, less popular iteration of the drink.
A less popular, the single death commando, yeah. No, but anyway, so all these guys were in my Discord saying, you gotta do this drink from Starstruck, it's a great idea. And I said, you know something? I know something you don't know. I went to college with Brennan, and so let's just get him on the show. And it took us forever to do it because of 3,000 miles of separation and COVID. And
Yes.
This is our second attempt at this.
Yes.
And so here he is, and I think we're gonna make the Double D, can we abbreviate?
Double DC, yeah.
Double DC, the Double DC. Oh my God, that sounds good.
There you go.
That actually sounds really legit. 2 questions, right? So in the graphic novel, the Double Death Commando contains Coublicane, which we will come to, which is an ego-enhancing drug. Ingesting the Double Death Commando, in what are the ways that it fucks one up?
This is a great question. So in the season of Starstruck we just shot, the gang does a lot of Coublicane before a prize fight in Las Vegas. Which
Las Vegas. Is Las Vegas a mossy version of Las Vegas?
I believe it's the Espanol, so Moss is like more Vegas.
Oh, Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. It's really good. Starstruck's got a lot of clever
good.
wordplay. So for friends of the show that are interested, Starstruck, in addition to having all those available awesome graphic novels, also has all the stuff online. You can go to the link on screen to go check out Starstruck Comics, created by Elaine Lee and Michael Kaluta.
I'm gonna put it in the pin comp below too.
Bing, bing, bing. And basically there's an amazing glossary on that site. In addition to like the comics themselves, it also just has all the world building, so you can go check out the entry for Coublicane for the Double Death Commando to see how they're described. The description of the Double Death Commando that my mom wrote is one of the most beautiful pieces of poetry for effectively space cocaine.
It is. Let's make the drink, I think. Let's just actually make it. I built these for you, Brennan.
I don't have this straight from the horse's mouth, but I always assumed that the double handles that are depicted in the comic book are due to the intensity of imbibing this particular beverage.
Oh.
Like you gotta hold on with both hands while you drink it.
That makes, yeah, just like, like a horse's kind of
little feedback
thing. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. So at the Sailor's Grave, that's the bar where it comes from. It is typically an alcoholic beverage, but we're making a no ABV version. So my version will be with some alcohol in it. Brennan's will not. And honestly, Brennan, I should be doing more no ABV stuff on the show anyway, so thank you for asking me to.
Shout out to all our galactic teetotalers out there. We see you.
We see you, yes. Yeah, we do. Anyway, so I think that probably Harry Palmer, who serves this drink, had to make up some non-alcoholic versions. We can make it both ways. And both versions are gonna start with 2 big-ass scoops of vanilla ice cream. Actually extra big because of the size of these mugs. They're huge. And this ice cream comes from Friendly's because that's what it's at the grocery store. Friendly's ice cream. It's probably made at the same factory as Breyers. 1, 2, 3.
Shout out to Harry Palmer, the fictional bartender at the Sailor's Grave on Recreation Station 97, who invented this drink. I bartended for many years, and if someone routinely ordered a drink that required me to get ice cream out of a freezer and scoop it, let me just tell you, you would have been kicked out of the Blarney Stone for ordering this drink more than once in an evening. I'll say that right now.
There's a lot of drinks like that.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's so solid.
My little dungeon master arms. Please, I only use these to pick up dice. Here we go.
Yeah, you're good. You need one more good lead.
One more
scooper. Okay, Harry's recipe calls for high colonian vodka, which is in regrettably short supply on Earth. So I'm going to be using, actually my notes say 1 ounce, but I'm making this thing gigantic. So I'm probably going to throw 2 ounces of vodka in it. Let's do 2 ounces of vodka for my high colonian vodka. The thing about high colonian vodka, actually, it's much more close to earth-based cream sodas. So if you're looking for an earth-based alternative, the cream soda is probably the way to go. I'm gonna say actually, probably, oh yeah, see, I knew that was gonna happen. We gotta like just double that up because that was mostly foam. Just get yourself an extra ounce in there. It won't hurt it. So the next one in the original recipe for this is Creme De Menthe. That's actually a fairly standard earth-based liqueur. We can get that from my shelf. Creme De Menthe, we're gonna be using Tempus Fugit. So the recipe calls for an ounce, but I'm making a double because of how huge this bucket is. So we're gonna go with 2 ounces for my own personal practical purposes, but let's assume 2 ounces of 2 scoops of ice cream goes with 1 ounce of Creme De Menthe. 4 scoops of ice cream, 2 scoops. Your solution, you know, there really is no reason you can't just use a whole lot of mint. So start picking.
Here we go.
Yeah, I would just, they come out like that and just like take leaves and chuck them in there. We're gonna chop them up, don't worry.
Let's do it. When I used to work at a sports bar in the financial district, I would tell people that we didn't have mint, but we did.
Because you hated making mojitos.
I didn't want to make a mojito.
Nobody wanted to make a mojito.
If you see me slammed at a brunch and you order a mojito,
Yeah,
go fuck yourself.
for real.
I don't mean that. Cut it. I'm so sorry, internet. Don't yell at me.
It's HBO. You're allowed to
great.
say whatever you want on the internet. Anyway, so that's obviously, you can't just drink mint, but we're going to whack that with a semi-inert beam of positrons in a few minutes, and that'll obliterate that all up. The next ingredient in this thing that Harry calls for is a proprietary set of extracts from certain poisonous tubers, and that's his bar. At my bar, poisonous tubers come in a bottle of Angostura Bitters. Very good alternative here on Earth. I'm going to be using a goodly few dashes. By the way, for those of you at home who don't mind, Angostura Bitters on vanilla ice cream is a joy. Unfortunately, it is 48% alcohol by volume. So even though I'm going to dilute that way down, technically if I'm making a non-alcoholic version, the next best thing is some homemade grenadine. I'm going to throw you in a slug of that.
Ooh.
Yes, Brennan, we're making you...
This is gonna rule.
Very
spicy milkshake.
Did you sign my diabetes waiver before we started filming? I don't want to get in trouble here.
Grenadine, mint, vanilla ice cream, and cream soda.
We would normally hit this with an inert positron beam for a couple of ribosecs. That's Harry's spec. On Earth, we could use. You should have one over there. This is an immersion blender. You should have one right there. For
oh wow! I've heard about these for so long. I've never gotten to use one. Okay.
Yeah, you got it. And then you just got high and low. And just go in there and get to work.
Oh my God.
Be careful, by the way. You want to, yeah, exactly, because otherwise it might splash back out of you.
Okay. Oh, I really want to drink this now.
The final ingredient in Harry's original recipe for this is a quarter dose of pharmaceutical kublacaine. That is an extremely short supply in our corner of the galactic quadrant. I think it would be irresponsible to use what little we have in a recreational confection such as this, right? I think we got to preserve that for medical needs. It's pharmaceutical grade stuff, the kublacaine. A good scattering of original Pop Rocks, though, is a surprisingly good stand-in for kublacaine. I hope this works out the way I'm imagining it to. So, and I just go nuts. Exactly what we were going for. Exactly. Yes!
Wow, this is exactly like the drink in the comics. It literally blows up when they make it.
Nailed it. All right, so cheers, man. And also put a pinky underneath it in case your handles let go.
Slancha.
I can't say that. I don't know. Slancha?
Slancha.
Slancha. I always pronounced it slanty. Because I read it as it's written, but it's slancha, and I don't know Irish people other than you.
All right, here we go.
That's surprisingly good.
Oh my God, it's the best thing I've ever had in my life. Oh, the Pop Rocks are hitting. Ah!
Are you okay?
I'm good.
If I kill Brennan Mulligan, I'm gonna get in trouble.
That is so fucking good.
Fucking hell, dude. That's
dude,
awesome.
That's incredible.
You were trying to one it?
I was trying to do it all in one, and the mint and the grenadine and the vanilla, it was all going great.
I don't know
and then
that's
I got
a safe thing to do, Brennan.
And then I got a fucking iceberg of Pop Rocks in the back of my throat, and we went shut it down. The body. The body said no more.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Wow, that's so good. And in the comics, that's literally the reaction it has. Like, the making of the drink is like half the fun of getting it because it like blows up on the bar and literally the drink exploded. Wow.
It was dramatic, and honestly, it was more dramatic in yours than mine. I wonder if there was something about the mint oils or something. Like yours is frothier than mine too. I wonder about that. I don't know.
There's
Cream soda.
The cream soda. That's
it's got to be the carbonate. It's like carbonation.
A little bit of carbonation for sure.
You read the description and you're getting distracted by poisonous tubers. You're getting distracted by the Kubla cane. Really, it actually is quite a clever drink. Like Harry Palmer made a drink which is essentially you're going to get a mint vanilla milkshake that is going to cover the most amount of drugs that is possible to take all at one time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, if we weren't trying to like literally build it the way that it appears in the comic, I think you would probably just make it's a grasshopper.
Yeah.
Or a version of a grasshopper with some ego enhancers in there. With some illicit ego enhancers.
Oh my God, that is so good.
I want to try yours. If I may.
Give it a shot. Yeah, go for it, man. That is so damn good.
Yours is better than mine. Way better.
Wow.
The non-alcoholic is better. The mint is so much stronger in that than in this. I needed a lot more Creme De Menthe to nail this one, honestly. One thing that a lot of people don't, they think that like I've perfected all these recipes before we shoot it. That's not true. I halfway make them up on the fly. So I'm always happy when they come out good.
I mean, that's just very fun. It's just very fun. And that's the thing is there's so much of the Starstruck universe, which is like, I mean, there's a lot of shit in space that's very bleak, right? Starstruck is like Technicolor phantasmagoria. Sure. And it's so fun. It's like, so a drink that like has 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream and explodes with a laser zapping it and like, it's like so fucking great.
I knew we should have rented the laser. Should have had that sucker come out here.
What a show. What a spectacular drink.
I'm so happy that came out as good as it did. And I fucking killed it. Yeah, we done it. We got it right. Got it right. I'll say this. The fresh mint is better. It tastes way cooler than a mint ice cream or some mint additive or mint extract or something like that. But it is also a pain in the butt, and you could definitely shortcut that if you wanted to. You're gonna make one for your mom?
I think I have to. Yeah. She's gonna love it. I don't know if she's ever had it, but like this is very cool because this drink has existed conceptually since the 1980s. This could be the first time someone's ever made it. That's I've been hearing about Double Death Commandos my whole life, and I will say, on first interacting them, they're goddamn delicious. Thank you so much, Greg.
They will hook you.
They'll hook you.
He'll get hooked on them double Ds.
I think.
Where should people who want to check out Starstruck go? Where should they go for the whole thing? How do you do that?
If you want to check out the Starstruck comics by Elaine Lee and Michael Kaluta, go to starstruckcomics.com. where you can check out all of those original comics, plus the glossary. There's a Zazzle, it's got t-shirts, and the books are back in print, so you can you can get the full collection. You know, go over to order them on the internet. You can come check out Dimension 20 over on Dropout.tv, where you can also see our most recent full-length season, A Starstruck Odyssey, which is set in the universe of the Starstruck comics and where our characters enjoy some double death commandos themselves. If you sign up for Dropout.tv, not only is there Dimension 20 on there, but we also have other great shows like Game Changer, Actually, a whole bunch of great stuff. And we're launching new shows all the time. Dirty Laundry just launched. We also have Make Some Noise. It's got its own spin-off. Basically, if you like comedy shows and you got $5 a month, you could come watch a bunch of great content if you want.
Link in the pinned comment below. Anyway, guys, you know where I'm at. I'm gonna put the block up there, and I've been making the show for 6 years. Woo! As I say at the end of every episode, I am up here bleeding the days of my life away for you on the internet. Less alone today, which is nice. But there's probably some episodes you missed, and here are 4 of them right now, appearing probably over my face because I built this to stand directly in the center, but that's okay. Maybe if I'm right here, I can peer between the panes. I think right now, looking at my monitor, I'm looking right between 2 episodes. So there you go, and I'll see you guys next time on another HTD. Goodbye. Thank you so much for coming out, man.
Dude,
this was fantastic.
Absolutely, my dude. What a joy.